Lloydminster RCMP say impaired driving charges are up this year compared to last year. From January 1st to June 1st, RCMP laid 116 impaired driving charges. That's up 9 arrests from last year. But from June 1st to the 17th, 19 charges were laid, an increase of 12 since the same time last year. While the numbers aren't drastically off, RCMP are concerned that numbers are rising. Now, if you've had too much to drink, you're asked to call a cab or have a designated driver. Anyone who sees an impaired driver is asked to call 911. Well, Lloydminster has quite the talent when it comes to sidewalk artwork. Now, these sidewalks outside Bar Colony were decked out with all the pretty colors thanks to some artistic kids. It was a chance for them to showcase their talent and let their imagination soar.
What color that?
What did you draw, Tegan?
I drew the horse.
You draw a horse.
Bar Colony is hosting many summer events for kids this year. You can check out their website for more information. Now, Father's Day in the border city took to new heights thanks to the airport's Father's Day fly-in. Elise Cox has more.
Fathers were on cloud 9 as they lifted off for a sky-high Father's Day celebration.
If you're anybody like myself, I'm horrible at buying gifts, and this is a great experience. There'll be lots of great memories for years to come. There's not many people who have ever been up in some of these aircraft before, and so for a reasonable rate, you get to go have a nice flight, you get to see a little bit of the city, you get to see Bud Miller Park. It's a lot of fun.
These 4-person aircrafts got everyone anticipating their turn.
We give our airplane rides in 2 different aircraft. There's a Cessna 172 and a Piper Warrior.
And it wasn't just about a sweet ride with your dad. Fathers were, of course, feeling the love on their special day.
He's always there for us. He fishes with me. He always helps me when I need him. My dad wrestles with me.
And what could have been a scary experience for these kids was all smooth sailing with their big, strong dad. Elise Cox, Newcap News.
That story is crazy. I've got Emmett Murphy with me on the desk. Have you ever tried anything like that? Skydiving?
I'm not much of a daredevil myself.
Neither am I.
Some of those guys though on the CPCA, the Outriders, Casey Knight on Friday, almost spilt into the railing. Those guys are crazy. Yeah,
that'd be considered, I guess, thrill-seeking for them?
I think so, and you'd be crazy if you were racing today in Dewberry. For the second straight weekend, the CPCA Pro Tour had to settle for just 2 days of racing. Today's finals were canceled midway through due to thunderstorms in Dewberry. It was a disappointing finish to the weekend for many fans who were witnessing hometown favorite Buddy Bensmiller race in Dewberry for the final time in his career. He had a great start to the show too. He placed in the top 10 times in each night. He was beat out in his first heat on day 1 to another veteran, the Chief, Ray Mitsewing, who placed his outfit in the top 3 times both days. Ray's son Devin had the fastest time of the day on Saturday, but a knocked barrel on Friday cost him a shot at vying for the title. It was a 5-second penalty.
It is frustrating, to be honest. I was a little disappointed at both shows, but you know, you keep knocking on the door and eventually it's going to come.
In the end, it was a dead heat for first place. Vern Nolan, the fastest man on day 1, tied Ray Mitsewing for this show title.
No, I think it's all that spring training that we do in the beginning of the year, getting the horses in condition, you know, and training and breaking them the right way, and it seems to be working.
The legendary Dewberry Rocket, Buddy Bensmiller, finished in 4th spot, sandwiched between Jamie Labicane and Wayne Knight. Knight sits in 2nd spot on the tour standings, just 7 points behind co-champion of the Dewberry show, Vern Nolan. The Wheatland Xtreme had their final 2 home games of the regular season this weekend. After a disastrous start to the year, the club needed to take both wins for a shot at the postseason. The Xtreme facing the Edmonton Warriors, who they beat 14-9 2 weeks ago. The Xtreme got off to a hot start in this one, scoring 2 goals within 19 seconds of each other. That rattled the Warriors' cages, as shown by this ridiculous cheap shot by their captain, no less. Still, in the first 4-on-4 play, Tyven Stewart plays the long bomb to Brent McAllister. Beauty goal for the Xtreme. but the Warriors would respond. They go from being down 8-2 to pulling within 3 in just 11 minutes of play. That's when the Xtreme gets some scoring from an unlikely source. That's Tanya Hilt's second goal of the season. The crowd loves it. The Xtreme up 5 again, leading 10-5, but the Warriors just won't quit. They make it 10-9. The home team answers back with a nifty deke by captain Tyler Boyer. That sparks the offense for the green and black. They'd score 7 more goals. The McAllister boys scored a hat trick and a double hat trick, while Tyler Boyer finished the scoring with an absolute beauty. That was sweet. The Xtreme season still alive.
Last time we played these guys, it was 6-1 in the first, I think, and this was similar kind of start. And those are the best kind of starts because you can gives you a little bit of time to relax and not be so stressed. But yeah, you're right. We were clicking good off the start, and that's always good.
You know, we had to play smart and play with our heads on our shoulders and give it our all because, you know, we have to win our next couple last games here to have a chance to play off, so we gave it our all.
And according to the Fenton files, the Xtreme rolled over another Edmonton team today, crushing the Wizards 19-4. The Wheatland Lacrosse Association Pee Wee League Championship Tournament was in Kitscoty this weekend. It was a double elimination tournament, so after 2 losses, you're out. The hosts, Kitscoty and Wainwright's second team, were the first 2 eliminated from competition. Today, the road to the championship got a little tougher. In the first game, Cold Lake eked out an 8-7 victory over Vermilion to remain undefeated. Lloydminster doubled up Wainwright's top team 6-3, setting up a later showdown with Cold Lake. The winner of that game would advance directly to the finals. As a result of the loss to Lloydminster, Wainwright dropped to the B side where they lost a heartbreaker 4-3 in overtime to Bonnyville's second unit. Meanwhile, Vermilion redeemed themselves after their loss to Cold Lake earlier, eliminating Bonnyville 1 with a decisive 8-3 win. Cold Lake and Lloydminster squared off later in the day for a spot in the finals. Cold Lake played some sound defense, limiting Lloydminster's offense that had scored 15 goals in 2 games to just 1 in this contest. And Bonnyville, too, met Vermilion for the second time this weekend in the B semis. Vermilion previously beat Bonnyville 4-2, but they faltered this time around. Bonnyville won their 3rd straight match, scoring a resounding 8-2 victory. Bonnyville was not able to keep the streak alive as they lost to Lloydminster in the B finals. So Lloydminster faced Cold Lake in the finals. Lloydminster won, but since this is double elimination, they had to beat the previously undefeated squad again this afternoon to secure the title. Cold Lake won the rubber match, ending with a 5-2 victory to claim the championship. The Lloydminster Rebels U16A softball team has been dominant all season long. While they've been on a tear, so too have some of the younger age groups. The under-10 Mite Rebels were in Edmonton this weekend and won their semifinal game in extra innings to advance to the finals. Meanwhile, the under-12 Rebels won all 3 games in St. Albert en route to the finals. The Rebels ended up winning gold, adding to their medal collection for the season. 2 weeks ago, the girls earned a silver medal in Calgary. That's your first look at Newcap sports. Stay tuned for more news and weather after the break.